Terry O'Day is an environmental executive and current council member. He has lived in Santa Monica for 15 years.
Hi, and thank you for joining us on Vote 2012. Terry, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Many cities have a dedicated source of revenue for affordable housing. Some call it a linkage fee or a parcel tax. Explain your reason for either supporting or opposing a new funding source for affordable housing here in Santa Monica.
I do support a new funding source. The city has, first of all, required all new development of housing to have affordable housing on site. It's an important component of how we build housing. But the other very important component is a revenue stream that comes into the city through our redevelopment agency. Santa Monica has relied on that to produce housing over the years, and this past year has lost the redevelopment agency through a change in state law. We had been committing tens of millions of dollars from the redevelopment agency to new housing, and that loss means that we are going to face even more difficult times creating housing and addressing this affordability crisis in the city. So I do favor finding new methods of funding affordable housing in the city.
Since commercial development of office buildings compared to residences or even retail development generates the least amount of money for the city while producing the most traffic, why shouldn't this growth be limited?
Well, it is limited, and it should be. And the city is, through our general plan, which we adopted 2 years ago and in a unanimous vote, has put much greater emphasis on residential development. And the city is required to build residential development to address the housing crisis that we identified in the last question, and the jobs to housing imbalances. We grow almost, our city grows substantially during the day as people come in for jobs, and it's because we have this jobs to housing imbalance. So housing is very much favored by the city, and it's a decision that we made in our land use and circulation element. Now, should we have any commercial development? Well, as you renovate existing housing, as you build new housing, it's important too to think about other principles of the city, such as our environmental sustainability goals. It's important to have mixed-use development, because when you have those mixed-use developments on the bottom of your residential projects, you have the opportunity to provide the neighborhood services that people need, and then they can walk to without driving, and that reduces traffic.
They can just go downstairs and go right back up.
That's right.
How about Measure ES? Do you support Measure ES, the school's facility bond?
I strongly support Measure ES. We have unfortunately underinvested in our school properties over the years. You've seen major new investments from other districts in the state. The reason for that is that the threshold for approval has been decreased to 55%, and Santa Monica has yet to take advantage of that to address the needs of our schools. We have buildings that are in serious disrepair despite having made some investments recently, and this is the opportunity to really take our schools forward into the next generation.
Many council members serve multiple terms. What is your vision for the city in 10 years or even in 25 years?
I'm not sure that I'm one who seeks multiple terms beyond this one, but my vision for the city is a place that is a national leader in sustainability. And sustainability for me means equity and environment. And equity includes making sure that everyone has opportunity in our community, and that means well-funded schools. It means when they participate in their community, they feel safe doing it, and that people participate by voting and getting involved in community groups. And on the environment, it means having a vision for this city where we have a minimal environmental footprint. I led the council to adopt a goal to eliminate water imports to the city by 2020. We would become entirely self-sufficient on our own local water supply by 2020. We ought to also invest in our transit, in biking, and alternative forms of transportation that reduce pollution, enable people to get out of cars, and thereby further reduce our environmental footprint. So sustainability is more than just the environment. its equity, but it, I think, is the long-term vision for the city.
Thank you very much, Terry.
Thank you.